Today, even beyond the pandemic period, long distance relationships increasingly seem to have become the norm. As technology takes over human decisions, we become more and more immersed in virtual connections, forgetting the look in our eyes and the sound of our voices. This addiction seems to free us from responsibility and fuels the fear of pain, which can lead to paths of hatred and alienation from something greater. At times like these, thinking about a possible new beginning can be frightening. What will the future bring? Will our lives really be different? And what are the fears that are holding you back and preventing you from thinking about a new beginning in your life? Every voyage needs a beginning. The ship, in order to sail, must release its moorings. The pilgrim, in order to begin his journey, must decide on his destination. But there are times in our lives when we feel stuck and unable to take the next step. We feel lost, not really knowing where to go. The mountain seems insuperable and end up the road too far away. Eventually, we find ourselves at a standstill, and the heart remains unsatisfied. And now, these profound perplexities are once again illuminated by the readings of the second Sunday Advent liturgy. For they speak of a beginning, of the possibility of beginning again at every moment of life. In fact, it's also the experience of the people to whom Isaiah addresses words of consolation. Words meant to encourage those who, after many years of exile in Babylon, are returning and are rightly afraid of what they will find in the land they left so many years ago. They will find ruins and desolation. The danger of discouragement looms. Look, it is understandable to sit on the remains of what was once your life and begin to weep. But Isaiah's words are true because they not only encourage us to think that we can start again at any time in our lives, but they also invite us to remember that God does not abandon his people. If we prepare the way, God will reach us. But if we put up barriers of suspicion, irony, prejudice, and self sufficiency, we are the ones who keep him out of our lives. The prophet Isaiah invites us to use this time of waiting to prepare ourselves, to level the wasteland that prevents us from looking far ahead, to raise the valley of disappointment and discouragement into which we have plunged, to lower the mountains of pride that prevent us from seeing others and their needs, to level the rough terrain of our relationships so that we can reach out to others without hurting ourselves, to avoid the slippery ground of our thoughts and words that make us lose our peace. Every Christian, every people who opens the Gospel of Mark is immediately confronted with these words of consolation, the beginning of the good news. This word, beginning, also sounds in Greek like a motive, a principle, a reason that underlies a movement. In the gospel, the beginning is the good news. The gospel of Jesus Christ is He, His presence, the reason why we can always begin again. This word, once again, encourages us to believe that a new beginning is always possible, no matter what time of life we find ourselves in. Every beginning, however, needs a concrete sign. Otherwise, it runs the risk of remaining wishful thinking, good intentions, projects without legs. That's why John the Baptist not only calls for conversion, thus a change of thinking, but he also asks that this new beginning be accompanied by a concrete gesture. He invites people to go down into the water, to experience death, and to be born again. In fact, the beginning is marked by baptism, that is, immersion in death, to leave the old man behind and put on the garment of the new man. This is the dynamic of every journey that begins anew. There is a past to be liberated and a future to be traveled. John the Baptist points to a new beginning, but he will not be the one to accompany us on this journey. John opens the door for us, but it will be Jesus, the new Joshua, who will come to take us by the hand and lead us into the new promised land that is eternal life.